Hey there, you're welcome back to the Simple Tricks podcast. So, you want to learn how to delve into the world of cybersecurity, right? You've come to the right place. Instead of bombarding you with tech jargons that sounds like an AI generated shopping list, I'm here to give you the real deal on kickstarting your cybersecurity career adventure. Look, I know you've probably been down this rabbit hole of the internet, finding more top 10 tips on how to enter cybersecurity. So, let's cut through the fluff. I'm here to give you the steps that actually work. So the game plan is this. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of steps to take, a practical guide on what to learn, which shiny badges to go for, certifications, and what kind of cybersecurity roles you can start from. So first thing first, step one, self-assessment. You have to do a self-assessment. Why do you even want to get into cybersecurity? Is it for the fame, the glory, just to be called a cool cybersecurity guy? Or you just want to be like me? You want to help organizations, businesses, governments, agencies protect their digital infrastructure from cyber attacks. Figuring out the reason why you want to get into cybersecurity will definitely keep you going when the going gets tough. And I can assure you, trust me, it will get tough at some point. So you need to figure out why. The why. You need to ask yourself, why do I want to get into cybersecurity? And get an answer for it. That's going to help you stick to that's going to help you dedicate and go through the steps to become a cybersecurity professional. Now, having figured out this, why you want to get into cybersecurity, we go to step 2. Foundational knowledge. That's the basics, the ABCs of cybersecurity. Every hero's journey starts with learning the alphabet, basically, and yours is no different. You need to learn the basics. You need to start with the basics. Learn how computer network operates. What is computer software? Computer software consists of operating system, web applications, mobile application, desktop application. So you need to understand how operating system works. You need to understand other applications and how they work. You don't need to have an in-depth, maybe be a programmer or a developer or have a specialist in mobile applications or software. No, but you need to understand the basics of software. The basics of operating system is very, very crucial. You must learn the basics of operating system, Linux operating system, Windows operating system, and to some extent, Mac OS. So you need to understand these basics, right? Then you also need to understand computer hardware. Computer hardware, software, and network are commonly referred to as the 3 fundamental components of computing system. So these 3 components come together to make up a computer system. Understanding how these 3 works gives you a solid background going forward into cybersecurity. You can't protect what you don't know. You need to understand what you're coming to protect, right? How the environment is. So that will enable you to be a good defender or tester of security, right? So what to do? Search online for basics of computing, or computer basics for beginners, introduction to computing. There are reliable course materials on the internet that you can focus on for 4 to 6 weeks and understand what computing, the basics of computing, and how computing works, right? Then when you've completed these basics of computing, introduction to computing, have a good understanding of these basic 3 elements I mentioned: computer hardware, computer software, and network. By the time you have this, you're ready for the next step, right? Now, for those who already have this background, your own case may be different. You're a software developer, you're a software guy, you're a network guy, you're a network engineer, or even you're a system administrator. You already have these basics in the bag. Then what you need to do is to proceed to the second step, which is do a bit of start training on basics or principles of information security. Go online, search for training materials on principles of information security or cybersecurity for beginners, or foundation courses on cybersecurity. Some of these reliable courses out there are offered by Cisco or Google or Microsoft. Now, take note of this. Some of the trusted learning platforms out there that you can utilize, you can take advantage of to learn these basics include Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, EDX, and the likes. There are quite a number of good platforms, academies online where you can get into, sign up, and get some of these courses. Some of them may be paid a token, and most of them are actually free. So you could get through these first two steps without spending a dime, apart from your internet that you need to have access to the study materials to learn, right? Now, that takes us to the third step, step 3. You need to get your hand dirty. Reading about cybersecurity is good, but doing it is better. You know, you need to theory is vital, but battle hardened skills are forged in the fires of practice. So basically, they say practice makes perfection. You can't get better without practicing. The best sportsmen in the world, the best boxers, the best people in different things spend most of their time in practices, right? Getting ready for the real thing. So you have to keep practicing. Every time, every day, every week you spend without learning something new, without improving on what you've learned, you've lost, on the trend. So you have to keep practicing. Set up your own home lab. There are tools like VirtualBox, Kali Linux. Those things are free tools out there you can use to set up your own home lab. Then dive into, challenges online, like platforms like Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, a massive lab. These are, there are quite a number of, but these three, Try Hack Me and Hack the Box are really very popular platforms. Free, you can sign up free for hands-on training labs, practical labs you can complete, to kind of test your method, to kind of test what you've learned in most of the theories, right? There are also catch the flag challenges. So catch the flag challenges, CTF challenges, are platforms that give you website, maybe platforms to test. They give you things to give you steps on what to do so that you can see if you can practice and discover vulnerabilities and stuff like that. So you need all these things to solidify the theory you've learned and to become a solid, to have that solid background in cybersecurity. Now, after completing these 3 steps, you now have a solid background in cybersecurity. You understand, and have practical experience in bits and pieces of cybersecurity across board, right? You may not be an expert in any specific one, but you have a very good background understanding of cybersecurity. So you cannot be called a cybersecurity professional person, really, because you understand cybersecurity at the basic level. You can do the basic jobs in cybersecurity. And at this stage, if you feel up to it, you can go for some basic certifications that usher you into the industry. Certifications like there's a certification offered by CompTIA Security Plus certification. This is a foundational level cybersecurity certification, or ISC squared certified in cybersecurity. You could go for these certifications. These are industry recognized certifications. They are what we call vendor neutral certifications. So they certify you as a cybersecurity practitioner across any cybersecurity tool at all. So it's not vendor specific, right? So you can go for any of these certifications as a start. There are also some other free certifications you can use to support, like the one offered by Google on Udemy and another one by IBM as well. You could go for some of these free certifications. Some of them are just free training and certifications to really, give you that solid background, to really give your CV that weight, right, that it requires. Now, after completing this step 3, trust me, you are now a solid cybersecurity practitioner. You can call yourself that, yes, I am in cybersecurity. You are qualified for entry-level roles in cybersecurity, right? Now, step 4, taking it further, step 4, as I said, cybersecurity is a big playground. It's time to ask yourself in step 4, do you want to be a gatekeeper in cybersecurity? Do you want to be a treasure hunter or a secret agent, right? So let me explain what I mean by this. You need to choose the path you want to go into in cybersecurity. So you need to choose a path, you need to choose a sector in cybersecurity that you want to major in, right? So now what do? There are so many options to choose from. GRC, that's governance, risk, and compliance. helping organizations to comply with cybersecurity regulations and controls, right? Or you can be a blue teamer. A blue teamer basically means you're a cybersecurity defender like myself. You work in an organization helping them to defend against cyber attacks, evaluating controls, implementing security controls, and helping organizations stay secure. Hardening, what we call attack surface hardening, right? Basically doing blue team roles. Or you can be a red teamer. As I said earlier, a treasure hunter. A red teamer is you're in cybersecurity, you have the skills to hack. So you help organizations simulate hack scenarios to test their security controls, to help them discover where they're vulnerable. And then the people in the blue team will say, okay, this is where we're vulnerable. We can now, put measures in place to secure those areas better. So that's what red teamers do. That's what a pen tester do or ethical hacker do. So you can choose that path as well. There's also for people in forensics, cloud security, vulnerability managers. We have threat intelligence analysts, people who study the threat landscape, study about hackers, different hackers, their profile, their attack methodology, what we call TTPs, tactics, techniques, and procedures, how these hackers work, right? So you could choose any of these pathways and go into it. Now, let's assume you've chosen to become a blue teamer, right? You want to go into the blue team role. The blue team role, let me give you a tip. There are more blue team roles available to be filled than any other role in cybersecurity. There are more blue team roles. Almost every company needs a blue teamer in the team. Not every company needs a red teamer. Some companies provide red team service as a consultancy, so basically providing the same service for many companies, while every single company would most likely have a blue teamer in their employment. So now let's assume that you've chosen to become a blue teamer. This fifth step is what awaits you. And now, what is the fifth step? You need to badge up. You need to go for certifications. You need to prove to the industry that, yes, I am qualified. This is me. And how do you prove to the industry that you're qualified? You've completed many trainings. You've completed practices on your home lab, on Try Hack Me, on Hack the Box. It's time to write industry recognized certifications. Remember, if you have CompTIA Security Plus, is a good place to start. As I said, now having gotten that first certifications, CompTIA Security Plus or certified in cybersecurity, you can go further and seek for CompTIA Cybersecurity Analyst, CYSA. Is an analyst, is an intermediate level certification exam, right? It's more like a mid-level to manage to senior level. So go for these certifications. It shows that your skills pays the bills. It shows that you're qualified. So there are certifications that are vendor neutral. There are some that are vendor specific. So based on which path you've chosen, you decide which certification you're going for. Whether it's a vendor neutral certification like CompTIA CYSA or GIAC. GIAC is by SANS, which those are very expensive certifications. You could go for GIAC, GIAC SOC, GSOC, and the likes. And when you get these certifications, trust me, you're qualified to apply for any intermediate level, entry level, associate level roles in cybersecurity, depending on your area of focus, your area of expertise. Is it in blue team? Is it in red team? Is it in GRC? And also, you could work across each of these roles if you want, if you have the skills. Now, you've gotten the fifth step. You've badged up. You've got the certifications. Now you're looking like, okay, I'm ready. What next? One very important part, the sixth and the final step you must take is networking. Make friends. Network like a pro. You're not a cybersecurity professional. Network like a cybersecurity professional. Hit up LinkedIn, join forums, go to meetups. It's like building your own Avengers team. You know what I mean? Like, networking is very, very important. You're most likely to get a role when you're recommended than just applying as a random person. Cybersecurity is a very sensitive career area or sector where, based on your role, you may be exposed to sensitive national and business information, business data that are really sensitive, confidential information. So people need to trust you. People need to know you. And how do people know you and trust you it starts by you networking, reaching out, attending events, linking up with people, speaking with people, telling them what your background, what you do, what you're good at, what your interests are. Start building this one-on-one network with people. Get people to know you. Have a good personal image. Connect with people in the industry. Attend events, meetups. LinkedIn. Utilize LinkedIn to the best possible means you can. Connect with people. Reach out to people. When people post things, engage with them. You can read up their research or their work and make comments, relevant comments, to show that yes, you're active in this industry, right? It's very, very important. And that's a wrap. The cyber world is awaiting its next hero. And I am certain, I believe it might just be you. I know you find this video useful. Please drop a comment, subscribe to our channel, like this video and share to as many people as you can. Thanks.